Hello, everyone. On today's podcast episode, I'm going to talk about, something that I hear often and it always rubs me the wrong way. It is people saying money buys happiness or money is more important than happiness. If you're someone, if you hear someone say money is more important than happiness or money buys happiness, run away from that person or be very cautious of that person. People who worship money like that, who believe money is more important than happiness, or people who believe money, buys happiness, are the cruelest people in this world. They're people who only care about money. People who only care about money do not care about other human beings. And since they don't care about humans and they only care about money, there's nothing they won't do for money. Kill, rob, steal, manipulate, scam. A child who only cares about money will kill their parents for money. A mother who only cares about money will kill their children for money. A father who only cares about money will kill his family members for money, his entire family for money. People who only care about money are the cruelest people on the planet because they only care about money and no one else. And these are the people you need to avoid. People with the mindset that money matters more than everything are people you need to avoid in life. There's a story that I read in the past, where a mother sold her child for only $100. It was somewhere in Africa. The mother had a child, right? And the child was light skinned. So a random guy just came and bought, because they liked the child because the child was light skinned. Africa is filled with black people. The mother actually sold the child for money, less than $100. Less than $100. Her own child was sold for less than $100. And next thing you know, we end up finding out the child was raped and murdered just a few weeks later by the same person that bought the child. This is what happens. There's so many cases of people like with that mindset that money matters more than happiness. People who have that mindset are the cruelest people on the planet because they do not care about happiness. They do not care about life. They do not care about anyone else. They only care about money. Avoid people who only care about money because they do not care about you. If someone only cares about money, it means they do not care about their friends or family members. They don't care about anyone else. They don't care about anyone or anything else but money. If they're your friend, guess what? They're just pretending to be a friend. They're too money minded to truly be a real friend. There's always a reason why they're your friend. They're never your friend because they like you. They're always your friend because they want something from you. These are the people with that mindset. People who only become friends with you, who only wants to be around you because of money. Because that's all they care about. And if they can't get money through, pretending to be your friend, they'll get money through violence, through kidnappings, through manipulation, through coercion, through scams. They'll try to force, the money that you have from your hands by hook or crook. Avoid people that only care about money because they would do anything for money, including killing their own family members, including kidnapping their own family members, including murdering their own family members. Their wives who kill their husbands for their money. Their husbands who kill their wives for money. It happens all over the world every single year. The news is covered with family members backstabbing each other just for money. Do not be the guy who sees, the greediest person in the world who tells them they only care about money. Do not be the guy that, who hears someone or the girl who hears someone tell them that they only care about money and you ignore it only to find out, a few months later that the person was only your friend just to scam you, just to trick you out of your own money, or just to kill you. Be very cautious about people who only care about money. It means they have no kindness to them whatsoever. They're not kind people. They do not care about anything else but money. It means they do not care about your life. They do not care about the good of society. They do not care about committing crimes. They do not care about, even if you love them, they do not care about love. They do not care about kindness. They only care about money. People who only care about money, you should be very cautious of them. It means they don't have a shred of empathy for you, a shred of, kindness for you or anyone else around them. They only care about money. These are the people who will kill their own family members for money. These are the people who kill their best friends for money. These are the people who kill the person who helped them the most just for money, just for $50. Their best friends could be killed for $50 only. Just like the news story that I told you earlier, where the mother sold her child for only $150. People who have the mindset that money matters more than happiness will kill their own child for just $150. This is the world we live in. People with that mindset tell you something. They tell you they're the cruelest people on the planet. They don't care about no one. The world around them is filled with humans, yet they have zero care for the humans around them. They only care about money. Avoid people that only care about money. Otherwise, you already know what's going to happen to you in the future. If they ever find you, you end up becoming rich, or you end up buying something expensive, these are the people who will set you up in the future just to get what you have. Do not show off what you have in front of these people. They're extremely greedy and they'll try any means possible to take it from you. If they can't get it from you by tricking you, by manipulating you, they'll try to get it from you through violence, through coercion, through force. You don't want to be the guy that you don't want to be the person that gets killed by their best friends, all because because the person wants to steal your wallet, or wants to steal your Rolex, or your watch, or your shoes, or your clothes, because you bought something very expensive, and the person wants to sell it really badly. He wants your money he wants that money. You bought a $50,000 house. Now the person wants that house. He wants to find a way to sell it behind your back. He wants to force you to sell it to give him the money. There's so many bad friends out there. And, if you want to find a bad person, listen to their words. If the person tells you all they care about is money, all they care about, money, it matters more than happiness. Money matters more than their own well-being. If you're not a happy person, you're a miserable person. If money matters more than happiness, it means these people are depressed individuals. They don't care about happiness. If they don't care about happiness, there's a high chance these guys are already very suicidal by default. They're not doing things that makes them happy because they don't care about happiness. If you don't care about happiness, it means you're not looking for things that'll make you happy. It means you're only doing things that make you depressed. And these depressed people, you don't want to be around depressed people that much. They're very suicidal. They could kill you for money without the slightest care in the world that you kill them back. Without the slightest care that they'll become criminals that'll be hunted down by society, that'll be hunted down by the cops. They don't care. All they care about is money. This is the mindset of the thieves. They don't mind robbing you, knowing full well that, the cops come, which will hunt them down for years. They don't care. They don't care about being killed. Their life is depressing enough. Their life is sad enough. They don't give a crap. Who cares if the cops kill them? Who cares? Their life is miserable as it is. They only care about money. That's all they care about. Avoid people that only care about money. It shows you they're not happy people. You can't be happy, you can't be a happy person while doing evil deeds. If you're someone who sells out their family members for money, right? If you're someone who cares about money so much, No one will like you because you never treat your friends and family members well. People who only care about money never cares about helping their family members. They never care about being kind to their family members. They never care about being kind to their friends and family. They never care about the well-beings of their friends and family. If you don't care about the well-beings of your friends and family members, they will not treat you well. If you're not kind to your friends and family members, they will not treat you well, no matter how much money you have. No matter how much money you have, if you treat the people around you badly, because all you care about is money, they will treat you badly in return. That's how life works. If you don't care about the people around you, the people around you will not care about you, no matter how much money you have. If you're not kind to the people around you, the people around you will not be kind to you, no matter how much money you have. And this is how life works. Hitler was had a lot of money, had the whole of Germany's money at his beck and call. Adolf Hitler, was a very rich man, but he was never happy. Do you know why he was never happy? I mean, let me give you proof of why he's not happy. If he was a happy person, he wouldn't be trying to kill the Jews. It was because he was miserable. He started blaming the Jews for his own misery. He blamed everyone else but himself for his own misery. He blamed the Jews for his own miserable life. That's the reason why he killed the Jews. Even with all the money that he had, he still wasn't happy until he thought, until the Jews were gone. All that money that he had meant nothing. He was still a miserable human being. And that's how life works. Money will never buy you happiness. If nobody likes you, you will be miserable. If everybody in this world hates you, you will be miserable. If you're not kind to the people around you, they will treat you badly. And if you get treated badly and get bullied by the people around you, you will not be a happy person. No one is happy being bullied by the people around them. No matter how much money you have, if the whole world hates you, you'll be a miserable person. Your life will be filled with depression. So if you're someone who puts the cart before the horse and thinks that somehow money will automatically make you happy, dream on. No matter how much money you have, if you sell out your parents making that money, your parents will hate you, regardless of how rich you are. Your family members will hate you. If you kill your parents for money and the world finds out, the entire world will hate you, regardless of how much money you have. We don't care about money. We care about morals. The human race is based off morals. If you have no morals, nobody will like you. If you only care about money, it has zero morals, and do not know how to treat your family members, you do not know how to treat people around you, the whole world will treat you badly. You do not want the world to treat you badly. Stop being so money hungry. Money will not buy you happiness. Kindness will buy you happiness. If you're not a kind person, the world will not be kind to you. If you're not a kind person, the world will not be kind to you. And if the world is not kind to you, you will not live a long life. It's just basic facts. Just like Adolf Hitler. If the world hates you, they will try to get rid of you. If you become public enemy number one, the world will try to get rid of you, no matter how much money you have. Do not be so narrow-minded to think that money somehow would make people like you. People like those who they like. People like those who treat them well. People will not just like you because you have money. No one likes people just because they have money. People will like you if you're respected by others. If the friends and family member respect you, they'll respect you as well. But for people to respect you, you have to act in a way for people to respect you. Killing your parents for money will not make people respect you. Selling out your friends and family members for money will not make them respect you. If you harm your friends and family members for money, they will always hate you, regardless of how rich you become in the future. they will always hate you. Their minds will not be changed because you're richer. If they come to your doorstep pretending they like you, it doesn't mean they like you. You've already hurt them very badly in the past. If you can't make up for it with kindness, you still think that somehow because you're now rich, they will automatically like you. You're a fool. You're playing games with your own mind. Nobody likes people just because they're rich. You don't like someone just because it's rich. That's not how the human mind works. You like people if they do good things in this world. If you hear about, a rich person saving X or Y, or funding, giving money to this donation charity, giving money to this charity, giving money to that charity, it'll make you respect him. It'll make you like him. But guess what? That's kindness. You like him because he's kind, not because he's rich. People don't like people just because they have money. A lot of people won't be trying to, tax rich folks all the time. If people like, if rich folks are that liked, that loved by society, there won't be countless people trying to force them to become poor. There's so many people who just hate rich just because they're rich. People will not just like you just because you're rich. Do not assume somehow because you're rich now everyone just likes you. It's impossible. People don't like people just because of wealth. So if you keep chasing after money and treating everyone badly, guess what? Sooner or later you'll start to realize there's an issue. All the people you've kicked out of your life years ago still hate you to this day. They still hate you to this day, regardless of how rich you are. And this is how life works. If the world finds out you sold your family members out for money, if the world ever finds out you killed your parents for money, you killed your children for money, they will not like you, regardless of how rich you are. You may even be you have the opposite, effect. It'll make them want to steal from you. Why? Why would an evil villain have so much money? Why give an evil villain like you money? All you do the only thing you'll do will be more evil things. Since you only care about money, you use that money to steal from people. You'll use the money that you have right now to look for more ways to steal from people. That will be your only mindset. People who only care about money will do so many evil deeds. The more money they have, the more money they can use to buy, create new businesses that they can use to steal from others. Create new ways to scam people. Hire many more people to help them scam others. Your mindset is the mindset of an evil villain. It's not the mindset of a kind person. It's not the mindset of someone who will ever go to heaven. You will never go to heaven if you only care about money. If you don't care about the people around you, about your friends, about your family members, you only care about money, your life will be miserable. Because your life cannot be happy when everyone hates you. Your life cannot be happy when everyone treats you badly. Your life can't. When the government, when the police is after you, hunting you down for killing your parents for money, or killing your family members for money, you can't live a happy life on the run. A life filled with anxiety is not a happy life. All that money that you have, you realize you just have empty paper. You may not even be able to spend it without the government tracking you down. You sold your family members out for money. Now you can't even spend the money that you have. Because the moment you start spending the money lavishly, people will tell the government, businesses always have to file, reports of how much money they spent, how much money they made, who they made it from. You'll be tracked down and they'll come and get you. Your life will be filled with misery, sorrow, depression, anxiety, and stress. That's the world you'll be living in. If you're someone who only cares about money and not the human race, guess what? The human race will hate you. If you only care about money and not the human race will hate you. You don't want to live in a world where everyone hates you. It's not a good look. It's not a happy life when the whole world hates you. You're putting the cart before the horse. If you're not kind to others, if you only care about money, there's a high chance you're not kind to the people around you. People who only care about money do not treat the people around them well. They do not treat the people around them well at all. Because in their minds, all they need is money and they'll be happy. If all they need is money, they'll be happy. Who cares how they treat the people around them? Who cares? They'll be happy anyways as long as they have money. They don't think, they don't think this clearly, that if you treat the people around you badly, regardless of how much money you have, they will still hate you. They will still hate you. And if they hate you and they see that you have a lot of money, that's not a good look. That's not a good thing at all. It means they're more likely to rob you. They're more likely to kidnap and kill you for your money. If they hate you already, it means there's already a high chance that they want to kill you. And now you're showing off all the money that you have, all the money that you made using crooked and evil means. You didn't make the money, legitimately. You only care about money. Since you only care about money, there's a high chance you didn't make that money you made ethically. You made it without morals, without any scruples. You made it, using a cruel method, a cruel way, scamming people, manipulating people, tricking people, or just stealing from people. Basic theft. You can make money just using basic theft. Robbery, armed robbery, kidnapping. There's so many ways to make money. There's so many evil ways to make money. And people who only care about money always use evil ways. Because they don't have any morals to think that money is not the only thing that exists in this world. People also exist in this world. You have to be kind to the people around you. You have to be kind to your friends and family members. If you're not kind to your friends and family members, if you're not kind to society as a whole, if you're not kind to to the human race, no one will be kind to you. But people who only care about money are not kind to anyone else. They don't see people as people. They only care about money. So, people who only care about money do not have any morals to be kind. When they create businesses, their businesses is, because they only care about money, their businesses, are always the cruelest ones. They're always the cruelest businesses out there. Businesses that scam their customers, businesses that treat their workers very badly. These are the businesses of people with that mindset. They treat their family, the customers badly. They treat their workers badly. What do you expect? What do you expect when you treat your workers badly and you treat the customers badly? They will hate you, regardless of how rich you are. They will hate you. And if these customers decide to hunt you down, your life will be miserable. If everyone in this world hates you, your life will be miserable, regardless of how much money you have. Money does not buy happiness. If you're not a kind person, you will live in a miserable world where everybody hates you. Regardless of how much money you have, money does not make people like you. It doesn't. Let me give you an example of why money doesn't make people like you, right? Say you have your parents, right? And a random stranger comes and kills them. And then you end up finding out that random stranger has billions of dollars in his bank account. Would you like the random stranger because he has billions of dollars in his bank account? That person just killed your parents. Does the fact that the person has money, would the fact that the person has money change your mind into, would that person, would the fact that the person has money make you like that person? The person just killed your parents. How would you react to that? Does him being a multi-billionaire change the fact that he killed your parents? No. Someone who killed your parents killed your parents. If you decide to kill him back, you will kill him back, regardless of how rich he is. Money will not change your mind whatsoever. Even if he's a trillionaire, you will still hate his guts because he killed your parents. Money will not change your mind whatsoever. And that's how life works. Money does not control the mind of a human being. If someone hates you, they will hate you for the rest of their lives. unless you do something that make them like you again. If you think just because you have money, the world will just like you, you're playing games with yourself. You're not playing games with humanity. There's so many CEOs getting killed by, random strangers who just come to the doorstep and just kill them. Like the United Healthcare CEO, a random stranger just came and killed them. That stranger was a customer that that they treated badly. Did the customer care that, he was a billionaire? No, he did not care that he was a billionaire at all. No one cares that you have money. If you treat people badly, they'll treat you badly just as well. Money would never buy you happiness. Why? Because you can't be happy when you treat people badly. You can't be happy when everyone is bullying you. You can't be happy when everyone hates you. You just can't. Regardless of how many things you buy, if nobody likes you, nobody likes you. It's just a basic fact. If nobody likes you, whether you're a millionaire or you're a poor person, nobody will still like you. Hitler was a billionaire. Hitler had the whole, the country's money at his beck and call. Yet people still killed him. The entire world still came together to kill him. So obviously, having money means nothing. It means nothing. If you ruin your relationship with everyone around you, your life will still be miserable, even with money. If you're not kind to the people around you, your life will still be miserable, even with money. You can buy all the Lamborghinis in the world. People will still hate you regardless of it. You can buy all the Maseratis in the world. People will still hate you, regardless of how many Maseratis you've bought. Do you know how many kings have been killed, throughout history? These are the richest people in the world. The world didn't care, did it? That they were rich. The richest people in their own countries were still being killed by them, by their countrymen. It shows you something. Money will not change the mind of the people you bully. Regardless of how rich you are, there's a bottleneck. Human emotions cannot be changed with money. It just can't. It can only be changed with kindness. And if you're not kind to the people around you, your life will be miserable. If you're not kind to your own countrymen, your life will be miserable. That's just how life works. Kindness is the only thing that will make people like you. Kindness is the only thing that will make people like you. Kindness is the only thing that will make this world happy for you. If you try to rule the world with cruelty and violence, guess what? The world will react with cruelty and violence towards you. And the world when you're always in the midst of violence is not a happy world. No one is happy always, fearing for their lives. If you're someone who's fearing for their lives, the word happiness is already removed from the world. People cannot be happy while they're afraid for their lives. While you're suffering from stress, anxiety, and depression, you can't be happy. You just can't. So think things through. If you're someone who only cares about money, think things through. Because the people you sell out today for that money will come back to bite you in the future. The relationships you ruin today for that money will not be there in the future when you need them. The scams you did today for that money will ruin your life tomorrow. The people you sold out today for that money could ruin your life tomorrow. So be careful what you're doing in life. And if you're around people who only care about money, be very careful of these people. They only care about money. They don't care about you. It means if a stranger comes and wants to buy you, they will sell you to them in a heartbeat. They will kidnap you and sell you to them in a heartbeat because they only care about money. These are the people who kill their friends and sell their organs on the black market. Yes, it happens. There are friends who kill their friends and family members just to sell their organs on the black market. It happens, and it happens often. And the mindset, and this is what you need to be careful of. People with that mindset are people who are likely to kill you for anything, any amount of money. That's it for today's podcast episode. I'm not saying everyone is, who has money is evil. Not everyone who has money is evil. Not everyone who's poor is kind. You know, there are kind people in the world who are rich. There are kind people in the world who are poor. There are kind people in the world who are middle class. There are cruel people in the world who are rich. There are cruel people in the world who are middle class, and there are cruel people in the world who are poor. The cruel people in the world who are rich will steal, will steal and harm others for whatever they want. The cruel people who are poor will steal and harm others for whatever they want. And the cruel people who are middle class will steal and harm others for whatever they want. Poor people steal and rob, and rich people also steal and rob. Middle class people also steal and rob, but not everyone, So I'm not telling you to just assume that, just because someone is rich, it means he's the greedy, money-minded person. Not all rich people, are money-minded. Some people got rich through kindness, Some people got rich being kind to others. There are honest businesses out there. There are many honest businesses out there, kind businesses out there that care about the customers, And then there are the cruel ones who only care about money. Avoid the businesses that only care about money. You don't like it when you get poor, especially those restaurants, Those restaurants that only care about money, those food companies that only care about money, avoid them. They'll do anything for money, including putting toxic chemicals in their food just to make it cheaper to produce. Be very mindful of of companies, the ones who who are go out of their way to tell you that all they care about is money. Avoid them. They're telling you something. They're telling you they don't care about you. And the companies that put the customers first, that treat customers better, don't avoid those ones. There are good companies out there. There are bad companies out there. There are good people out there, and there are bad people. There are evil people out there, and then there are saints. This world is a world filled with, a mixture of both. But be careful. People who only care about money, who say money matters more than everything, are people you need to be very careful of. It means they don't care about killing you for money. If money matters more than everything, you're part of everything. It means money matters more than you. In their eyes, money matters more than you. What do you think will happen to you in the future if you keep hanging around someone who thinks money matters more than you? It's not a good look to be around people who think you're worthless. They will not treat you well when they think you're worthless. That's it for today's podcast. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.